All right, welcome to Rippling River Resort. I started in the back here at the Rippling River, so you can see why this place is named this way. I'm going to move up to the front and show you everything, but down here, which is right next to the river, they have a river walking path, one yurt, and as you walk down the path here, down in the trees next to the river, there's a bunch of different tent sites. We don't tent camp, so I don't know too awful much about the sites, but I know that they have a bunch of them down there. People are coming in, they have their own special parking, all those things. If I was in a tent though, that'd be where I'd want to be. Now up here, we're coming back up to the front. Over on my left, this is all seating and stuff. The office has a bar, a pizzeria, lots of seating and such down there. On Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they have live bands, all sorts of fun stuff. Back patio here is where you can see the bar and the pizzeria. Front side of this thing is the office for check-in and all that. Directly behind the office is the pool, the spa, and the little putt-putt course. All medium-sized things for you to do. Most people coming here to Rippling River are here for the cycling. There's bikes on everybody's cars, bikes everywhere. It's what everybody over here is doing during the summer. Now, I'm not going to walk all the way up to the front and show you the entrance because it's a big hill and it's just all cabins. So, see the cabins on the left? They go all the way up and it turns around. Many cabins, probably at least a dozen. But when you pull in, you're going to pull right into this road here. You're going to stay on the right for check-in. Nice little white lane or white line for you to stop in. Pull up, walk in and do your checking in. We've got a fairly large rig, had plenty of space in here. Some people say it's fairly tight, but you're fine and dandy as far as check-in goes. Now, it could get tight if you got yourself the wrong spot though, because on our right here, we're starting with some of the smaller back-end sites, and then on the left in the center, you can see some of the much larger pull-through sites. So there's definitely a variety of sizes here. Site number 1 on my right is what we're passing. It's I don't know, maybe 25 feet deep. So this J Feather Ultralight, perfect for these first few sites that are much smaller. If you've got a big fifth wheel like what we're seeing on the left hand side, you're going to want to definitely stay in the center or around the other end, which I'll show you. Although he's got his Arctic Wolf fit into this relatively small site, no problem. Give you an idea, that's site number 5 that we just passed with the fifth wheel on the right. On the left hand side, the site numbers are facing the other direction, so I got nothing. Now the path that I showed you down by the river is literally behind us, or behind these RVs that are on the right. There's a little walking path that goes down to a different level, and then that's where all the tents and such are. This place is probably a third of a mile long, and so there's actually quite a few of them, but you'll see some people set up in some of the smaller sections here with their tents as well. Once we get over here to what is this, site number 11, looks like they open up a little. It might be a little bit larger because from here all the way to the end, it's pretty much larger RVs, or at least mid-size RVs that are in there. In the center, it still continues to be pull-throughs and quite large. This building we're coming up on over here on the left-hand side is the bathhouse and the laundry house. We've actually got some really nice showers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe it's 6 different private shower rooms. We've got shower, toilet, sink, the whole bit in there. And they're very big, very spacious. On the right, we're passing site number 15 here with the Cougar fifth wheel. Now this is, we're in Marquette, Michigan, which is way up in the Upper Peninsula. So I assume if you're watching this video, you're probably doing some research on Marquette and you already know some of the other things there are to do around here. But aside from cycling, they've got an old iron ore trail here. All sorts of old interesting things to do with how they pulled ore out of the lakes. We're walking past site 17 on the right. Again, on the left, I don't see the numbers. Now, you'll notice here on the right-hand side, the sites are not level. They all slope towards the river. So when we get to the other side, you're going to see the nose is way in the air. Over here on this side, the noses are way in the ground to get level. So be prepared for that. It also slopes down towards the entrance from the back. So you're Like our particular rig is way low in the front and way low on the right. So we're doing a wheelie in the old Class A. These are not overflow, but the parking lot for the campsites that are down there. So if you grab a tent and you're going down there, you're actually parking here, you're lugging your stuff down the hill, setting up your tent. I think tenters expect that, but now you know. Site number 22 on the right is what we're passing, and we're coming towards the center of the loop. The RV park itself is just one big oval. This is the entrance down to the Rustic campsites. It's definitely doable. Down there they do have a spigot for water, not on every site, but I believe there's just one spigot for water. Little buckets for you to carry water and such around. Looks really cool. It's actually been pretty packed with tenters down there, so very popular spot. Now this sign on our right says Rustic Cabins 1 through 6. I've actually never been down there. I'm not sure what the Rustic Cabins are. We're going to spend 2 seconds walking down this road to see if we can see them. That way I can show them to you. Here we go. Just looks like the typical cabins that we would see. They're just in a rustic setting. So if you're looking for a rustic cabin, right over here, the more rustic setting. The cabins in the front were more open, more out of the trees. These ones look like they might be a little bit smaller. Check the website, it'll tell you. Might have different amenities or something. But here's the parking for these rustic cabins. Battery died on the camera, so back to the phone here on this one. We just finished with the rustic cabins, heading back down to show you what's left of the RV spots. So now the center section is on our left. All of the spots on our right are the larger back end spots. So we're looking at, looks like number 29 on our right, a full 44-foot fifth wheel. Again, it's sloped down this direction, so all of them are going to have their noses way up in the air to try to make themselves look level. Some of these on the right hand side also have their own little trails that go back into the hiking and biking trails as well. Number 32 on our right, this Unity that's up in the air. Little Coleman coming up here, number 34. Now I did see a fairly large Class A pulling a trailer backed into this one on our left, so these ones in the center are definitely very large. They're also, I would say, probably the most level of them if you're worried about getting little. But everybody here was able to make it work. We've definitely been in more unlevel spots. Number 35 is the one we're walking past. It looks like it has one of the Wi-Fi towers on it, so if you want strong Wi-Fi, maybe look at that one there. 36, squeezing in the little ones with the little Porsche and the pop-ups. Everybody's getting it done. This is the other side of the bathhouse that we're walking up against now. It does have a men's and a women's bathroom, as well as all the shower houses. I will say our first day here, the place was packed, and it was right after, I don't know, maybe one of the events, so there was a bit of a line out there for the showers, but they're popular, so I don't see any reason not to. Now we're practically back to the entrance, but I believe by now you've gotten the idea. Large spot sites in the center, large sites on the right-hand side. Some of the sites that are on the river side are on the smaller end for RVs. Behind that's going to be all of the tents. I've not stayed in any of the other area RV parks, so I can't tell you how it compares. But I will say most of the other folks that we've talked to that have traveled up to this area all prefer this spot as well. Cool. This brings us all the way back up to the front, which we can see right over there. That's been Rippling River Resort. If you're up in the Marquette area, I can't make a better recommendation for you. But if you do come up here, bring your bike. Until next time.